What is going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. We are back at it again. I know yesterday I said it was probably going to be a no trade day. Well, it ended up being a mobile phone trading day. I actually was sitting at a doctor's appointment and had my phone out. Still was in the Discord, just kind of hanging out there, listening to a couple of the guys trade over there. Pulled my phone out and I took a trade on the SPY. Ended up getting in that trade, put some brackets in. I got out and then had another appointment this afternoon. I pulled the phone back out. Saw an entry on the SPY. I took another trade on the SPY. And let's look and see how we finished on those two trades. Reviewing trades for Friday, February 24th. As I stated, I took two trades. Closed P&L on the day, $26. First trade on the SPY. Made $26. This trade was probably up around $50. Ended up locking in basically what would have been 1R. I was risking about $25 on this trade, locked in 1R, and that's what we ended up making. Second trade, this one here was green. Ended up moving the stop to break even. Actually a few more dollars over break even to account for the commissions that you have to pay. It ends up stopping me out on the number, flat trade. What I find interesting is both of these trades were 15 minutes thereabouts. That's kind of interesting. But let's go ahead. Let's bring up the chart for the SPY. Take a look and see what it has done all day. Let's come over to pre-market real quick. Look at this thing. It basically just tanked pre-market and then just chopped around. This line here always gets me. This here is previous low of day. This here is a weekly down channel. Let's take a peek at this on the weekly real quick and you'll see what I'm talking about. So on the weekly, we have the big down channel, and then we have this intermediate where it kind of caught support at way back in December. It broke out of it, and now this morning it tested it, or this week, I don't know, won't say this morning, but this week it tested it, and you see I have started an up channel on the SPY. So right now the SPY is testing the outside of the down channel and the base of the up channel. Interesting spot right there. Let's get rid of these old intraday lines and I'll get rid of these arrows, somewhat clean it up. The yellow dash lines that you see, those are hourly price levels. The greens are weekly price levels. So as you can see, that is what we were testing. Let's switch this back over to the 1 minute chart. So that is what this is right here. That's the weekly. It tested it this morning, caught nice traction, came up, tested a hourly price level, came up, rejected, boom, we got above it, and now you see where we're at. We are back above previous low of day. One thing that I do see is that I don't have those contracts over here loaded. So let me do that real quick. Go back over to TRADERVUE. That first one was a February 28, 396. 396. So we'll go ahead and add that to our watch list. And That one that we took later in the afternoon is probably going to be one out a little further. March 7, 405. So that one, yep, 0.23 delta. That one I kind of gave myself some room. So I took a delta that was a little further out. What I want to see though, let's see where we got in. Actually, we'll see it on the chart, so we won't have to do that. I was going to look at it inside of TRADERVUE, but boom. Let's go ahead, get it loaded up. Let's see. I'd be curious to see what my entries were like on the actual charts other than on my cell phone. So let's see. Got in that one fairly late. Okay, so we got in right here. Somewhere in that candle. Let's go up here, click the arrow. Got in at 11:18 right here. I'm gonna put it right there. Let's see, 239 is where we were actually. It's always getting in at the upper side of these candles. It's kind of irritating sometimes. Let's see where we got out at. Got out in this candle right here. So we were in at 239. What's the high of this candle? Can't see. That sucks. Can't see what all of those numbers were. So let's just go right there. 266. So yeah, that's about right. I thought I was up about 50 bucks. 266, 240 was the entry. About 52 bucks is what we would have been up. This thing comes back, tagged me. Getting in right there. This would have come back and stopped us out at break even. Wouldn't have stopped me out if I had it left my stop alone. This thing comes up and sets a high of 311. Man, decent money. And this is, I wanted to see where it's at right now. Because this contract is expiring real soon, Theta is constantly eating into this. Theta is constantly eating, but it does set a high of 329. We were in at 339. So this is almost up $100 per contract. And then we see, we'll keep going. Let's go ahead. Let's pull up that next one that we were in. Why don't I see the arrow to drag it over? There we go. All right, so let's take a look at this one and look at the entries. And again, I'm looking at the charts that are on my phone as I take these trades. And I was more so looking at the 2 and the 5 minute when I was taking these. But this one here, I'm getting in on this candle right here. And let's go back over to there. Getting in on that candle. How many contracts was that at that time? 2 contracts. Those are my 2 contracts right there. That little dash. So I get in right here. I end up taking my stop to break even. So let's see what the, that's the thing though. When you're doing it this way, yeah, I don't see no contracts were sold in this period. But if you come over to here, which is about the same height, contracts sold at like 140. But getting in right here, as this comes up, we get this pullback. I get in. Let's see where we're stopping out, break even. And that's the foolishness. Because like I said, I had my stop set a little bit higher than break even. So I'm getting in this candle right here. I get stopped out in this candle, and look at how high that is above it. That sucks. And then this thing just kind of comes up. My target was previous low of day. It catches it up there. That's like 145. So that's up about almost $25 a contract. Would have made 50 bucks coming back up to this area. And look at what this thing has done since. Set a high of 155. But thinly traded contract. Let's look at the open interest. That's the two important things to me when I pick a contract is the delta. I need a delta of at least 0.25 and then the open interest. So people look at volume for stocks. You want to see the volume being high. In options, you want the open interest. This tells you how many contracts are actually out in the street being traded. And then volume tells you of that number, how many have actually been traded. So we were trading March 7, 405 contracts. It's only 842 contracts. This is extremely low. This is extremely low, and this is why I caught so much slippage on stocks that are just out there. I might look at 1,000. Yeah, bear with me. My throat is starting to get to that point where I need to quit talking. But yeah, we see 1,000 is low. Let's look at like next week. See, we're up at around the 3,000s. Most times on the SPY, you're seeing, and these are going to be expiring, but still, look at how many open interest. This is how many contracts are expiring. These are expiring, basically worthless. These here, people need to be getting out of these. So that's what I look for. And when I look at a stock like I just did, where it was showing how it was being traded with just those little dashes, that instantly tells me that there are no open interest on those contracts. So that was one of the reasons why I most likely caught that slippage coming out of it. But that's what we did today on a no trade Friday. We still ended up taking those two trades. We're still going to finish green on the day, which is good. Finishing green on the week as well. Let's go ahead. We got a couple of minutes. Let's take a quick peek at the see what we have done for February. So far 3 red days in February. That one there, we only lost $1 on. I took 2 trades on that day. Fairly decent sized red day right there. Decent red day. But overall, decent month. I won't be mad at it. We have 2 more trading days. I should be able to trade both of those trading days. And we'll see how we finish the month out. As always, thanks for checking me out. If you haven't already hit that like button, please do so. If you are not subscribed, please think about subscribing. We are at 500. That is a grand accomplishment for me right there. So if you are a sub, please know that I appreciate it. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. What y'all think about this market this week? This is like been one of the choppiest weeks to me, seem like it. And you can somewhat see why looking at that weekly chart. We kind of in that area of, do we break below that weekly down channel, or do we continue higher in the weekly up channel? So I'm hoping that we finish higher in the weekly up channel, even though I'm still dollar cost averaging in every week. I'm dollar cost averaging into the SPY. I'm dollar cost averaging into Home Depot. Tesla. Ooh, Tesla has my long-term account looking ugly, but I'm in that thing for 5 years, or I'm not even 5. I'm in there for minimum 5, 10 on the long term. Amazon, same way. Amazon has my account looking ugly. But dollar cost averaging, I don't mind it going down. I can continue to buy cheaper. It goes up, I'm going to still be dollar cost averaging in as it goes up. Again, with that 10-year plan, 5-year minimum. 10 years, I really want to be the minimum. Like I said, I got that plan for my grandkids. 10 years from now, my grandson will be 16. So that'll be his little car fund that he does not know that he has right now. So that's what we're doing over here. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, and we will be back at it again Monday. I'm about to sit here and see if I can find some swing ideas to possibly purchase in my IRA account. So y'all have a good weekend. Peace.